All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wisconsin Rapids for tonight's non-conference softball matchup between the visiting Hortonville Polar Bears and the home Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. Today's pregame show brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Hortonville coming off a tough loss on Thursday last night against Appleton North, a 7-2 game in favor of the Lightning. Though they did lose 7-2, Grace Tanoski had a home run last night in the Polar Bears' loss. She'll be in the circle for the outing today against Wisconsin Rapids. The Red Raiders, on the other hand, they lost a heartbreaker last night up in Wausau, 2-1 loss over Wausau West. A walk-off home run from Taylor Liebelt in the bottom of the eighth inning pushed and propelled the Warriors to a big conference win over Wisconsin Rapids. Should be a good one here today. Wisconsin Rapids coming in at 7-3, 2-2 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Hortonville 7-3 as well. They are 4-3 in the FVA. That kind of just goes to show you it's the same in every sport, especially in basketball. You see it more so. Just how many conference games these FVA teams have to play. With all the teams in their conference, so very few non-conference games for the Fox Valley Association teams, and Hortonville has made the trip over here to Wisconsin Rapids on this Friday afternoon. It's chilly, but the rain has come and gone, and we are going to be ready here for softball in just a little bit as the coaches' meeting is going to be adjourned here very momentarily. And then we'll get our starting lineups here first, or for the Polar Bears and Red Raiders. And we'll go through them here. Batting first and behind the plate, Ivy Schrader. Batting second at first base is Abby Sapola. Batting third and as the designated player is Bella Donche. Batting fourth and at shortstop is Leah Hurley. Batting fifth and in the circle, as mentioned, number 14, Grace Tanoski. Batting sixth at second base, Olivia Peters. Batting seventh in center field is Grayson Foytik. Batting eighth and in left field, Anya Smith. Batting ninth and in right field is Lainey Schrader. And the flex tonight, number 13, Kylie Hansen. She'll be at third base. For Wisconsin Rapids, batting first in left field is Gabby Nilitz. Batting second at shortstop is 00 Sydney Holberg. Batting third and in center field, Kristen Radke. Batting fourth at third base is Annabelle Ross. Batting fifth and at first base, number 9, Peyton Jaminski. Batting sixth and in right field is number 8, Rachel Linsmeyer. Batting seventh, the DP today, number 16, Ellie Rippier. Batting eighth and at second base, Nolita Carroll. Batting ninth behind the plate, number 11, Layla Patro. And the pitcher and the flex player tonight is number 19, Sophia Nelson. We'll take a quick break, hear from our friends at Next Step Prosthetics, and come back with your starting lineups from our public address announcer and then our national anthem. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life? That's my life story? I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Number 14, Grace Donsky. Batting sixth, playing second base, number 7, Olivia Peters. Batting seventh in center field, number 1, Grace Foytik. Batting eighth in left field, number 8, Anya Smith. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 2, Lainey Schroeder. And playing flex third base, number 13, Kylie Hansen. Polar Bears are coached by John Garvey. And now the starting lineups for your Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders. Leading off, playing left field, number 14, Gabby Nyland. Batting second, the shortstop, 00, Sydney Holberg. Batting third in center field, number 10, Kristen Radke. Batting fourth on third base, number 7, Annabelle Ross. Batting fifth at first base, number 9, Peyton Jaminski. Batting sixth in right field, number 8, Rachel Linsmeyer. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 16, Ellie Rapier. Batting eighth at second base, number 4, Nolita Carroll. Batting ninth and catching, number 11, Layla Patro. And on the mound, pitching, number 19, Sophia Nelson. Head coach for Lincoln High School is Isaac Holberg. Umpires for today's games, Michael Grody and James Highfield. At this time, please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag as we honor veterans who have proudly served in our country and those currently serving this great nation, home and abroad, with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad spires and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs were swinging high, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Lee Greenwood serenading us here tonight for our national anthem as we get ready for softball action here at Wisconsin Rapids. Polar Bears 7-3 on the year, 4-3 in the Fox Valley Association. They'll be going up against Sophia Nelson here tonight for Wisconsin Rapids. From head to toe for all your orthopedic needs, place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. No matter where your pain is, you'll find advanced comprehensive orthopedic care and specialized medical feedback on any injury. Learn more at WROinstitute.com. Glad you're joining us here today. It is chilly in Wisconsin Rapids, but we're glad you're joining us wherever you may be watching here tonight. John Garvey, head coach of the Hortonville Polar Bears, looked familiar walking in, and you see so many people over the course of a year, and then he reminded me that he was the coach for Menasha last year when Menasha came here at the end of the regular season last year, and met him then for that game, and now he's back here with Hortonville. Polar Bears, Ivy Schroeder lead things off in a black wind coat, followed by Abby Sapola, the first baseman, in an Ohio State red sweatshirt. Staying warm any way you can, that's for sure. Get games in when we can. It does not look very promising, does not look very good weather-wise coming up on Monday. So we will keep you up to date for all of our games. I think we have 8 of them scheduled on Zaleski Sports, 8 or 9. And make sure you are weather aware and ready to go. 4:31 here in Wisconsin Rapids, and the first pitch from Sophia Nelson bounces in there. And it is a ball. A lot of the projected, forecasted severe weather coming up on Monday, so please be aware of the weather. Going to be hit over to Holberg at short off of her glove to Carroll the first. Oh, they almost still got her. But leadoff base runner is Schroeder on the E6. That'll bring up Abby Sapola. Sapola, the first baseman. 51 degrees here. Hard hit ball there from Schroeder, and Holberg just couldn't handle it. And then Carroll almost got it on the assist. Squares the bunt, pulls it back in for a strike, throw down to second in there. And the lead hand, that right hand, just able to stay on the base with a stolen base. 0-1 here to Sapola on the strike. Belladonce waiting on deck. Sapola, the first baseman, high and tight with the cotton candy batting gloves on, pink and blue. Belladonce waiting on deck. Annabelle Ross way in at third, 1 ball and 1 strike. Doesn't square this time, drops low. Good secondary lead over there by Schroeder, and it's 2-1. Supposed to be about 62 tomorrow, mostly sunny. Good day to come back out to the Quadplex. Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln baseball has a doubleheader here tomorrow. A low and away, 3-1 now. I think starting at 11 a.m. maybe. Come out and enjoy some Lincoln baseball tomorrow afternoon. 3-1 here to Sapola. And a 5-pitch walk here issued to Sapola. That'll bring up Belladonce. Donche, the DP tonight. She's hitting for the flex player, the third baseman, Kylie Hansen. Yeah, Monday is the worrisome day, according to the weather people. Squares the bunt, gets it down over to Ross. Steps, throws, nice sacrifice bunt. Runners advance, and there's one away here in the first. One away for Leah. Yeah, Hurley, pardon me. I'll have to reset this scoreboard here. Runners at first and second, second and third with 1 out. And misses high for a ball, 2-0. Doesn't show the base runners, but you can see them. Runners at second and third, 1 out here. The out is on there, so that's all that matters right now. And hopefully once a run is scored by either team, it'll pop up on the scoreboard as well. Hit hard to third, pass and foul, and it's 2-1. Metallico in Wisconsin Rapids is one of North America's largest aluminum billet and slab producers. Come get to know Metallico and how their mission, visions, and values set them apart. Find your future job at Metallico and apply online at metallico.com. Nelson wheels and deals here to Hurley. Hit hard to Ross. They're going to come home, and now they got her in a pickle. Throw over to first, and it's dropped. The out is recorded. There's 2 away now. Nice play by Annabelle Ross. And now there's 2 away. And they're going to have a courtesy runner here for their catcher. Coach Garvey says number 0, and we will have that here for you. That's Brooke Hill. Brooke Hill coming in to run. Grace Donoski, the pitcher. To get into Grace's background and what she's going to do next year when she gets into the circle here in the bottom of the first. Big-time college commit heading south next fall. 2 on, 2 out for Hortonville. Sophia Nelson, wheels and deals. There's a strike. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Glad you're joining us here today on Zaleski Sports. 2 other games today, Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, and Amherst baseball. Battle for first in the Central Wisconsin East. Another massive non-conference game tonight up in Wausau. Held on to it just a bit too much, did Nelson, and it's 2-1. At 7 o'clock from beautiful Athletic Park in Wausau, brand new turfed field up there at Athletic Park because they have a new Northwoods League softball team, Mosney Pacelli, at 7 o'clock. The 2-1 here. Be hit hard to Ross again. Backhands across and in time, and Rapids able to get out of it here in the first after an error and a walk. Hortonville leaves 3 stranded. Annabelle Ross gets all 3 putouts. We have played a half an inning. It is Hortonville nothing, Wisconsin Rapids coming up. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedSliver.com.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids as we work on the scoreboard here during our action. We'll get it back up for you and working here in just a moment. Gabby Nilitz to lead things off for Wisconsin Rapids. Nilitz in left field tonight. Grace Stanoski in the circle. First offering from the senior. Misses low for a ball. First offer, or the second offering, misses high, 2-0. The 2-0 here to Nilitz. Noski falls behind 3-0. Scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. 3-0 count here. And a 4-pitch walk to Nilitz. First inning base runner here for Wisconsin Rapids. Infinity Exteriors installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Excuse me, that's Rich Top. Roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors who guarantee quality that you can trust. Nilitz at first for Sydney Holberg. In there for a strike to Holberg, and it's 0-1. There's a high strike, and Holberg's behind 0-2. The 0-2 now here to Holberg. Missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Offering home, and that one's going to get into the gap, the right center field gap. Nihilus is going to truck around third. She will score, and an RBI triple for Sydney Holberg. And Rapids leads 1-0. An RBI triple for Sydney Holberg, and the Red Raiders lead 1-0. And the Red Raiders lead 1-0 here with a runner at third now. Now it's going to be hit past first, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 now here to Radke. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Runner at third and nobody out here for Wisconsin Rapids. Again, a big out in that first inning for Rapids that Hortonville had 2 on and 2 in scoring position. The 1-1 fouled straight back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes here to Kristen Radke. The runner at third and nobody out for the Red Raiders. High chopper to second. This will score another run. And Sydney Holberg will score on the RBI groundout. 1 away now for Annabelle Ross. Olivia Peters over to Abby Sapola on that one. 1 away now for Ross. First offering to Annabelle is good for a strike. Peyton Jaminski waiting on deck. Nobody on, 1 away. The 0-1 coming here. Inside corner is good for a strike, and it's 0-2. Ross stands right on top of the plate. The right-handed batter's box. No balls and 2 strikes here. Donoski comes set. The righty bends and fires. High and tight there to Ross, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Donoski again. Looks in and fires. Bounces in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Grace. 6, 7, and 8 for Hortonville in the second. When they come up, there's still only 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Led the game off with a 4-pitch walk to Nihilus, and then Holberg tripled. And that was going to be smashed foul up along third. And it remains 2-2. Give you the defensive alignment here in just a moment for Hortonville. The 2-2. Now it's going to be a roped foul pass into left field. And it remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anya Smith in left, Grayson Foytik in center, and Lainey Schroeder in right for the Polar Bears. The 2-2. The counter runs full now with Peyton Jaminski waiting on deck. Payoff coming here to Annabelle Ross. We hit over to short, backhanded there by Hurley, across and in time. Nice play by Leah Hurley. And there's 2 away. Nice play back there by the shortstop. 2 outs now for Peyton Jaminski. Nobody on. 2 away now for Jaminski, the first baseman. And the first offering from Donoski misses in, and it's 1-0. Rapids baseball took a tough loss last night in Stevens Point to Spash. After they beat Spash on Tuesday, went over to Buchholz Park and got run ruled last night. That's going to be fouled into the screen. I was on the broadcast last night and talked about it. The first 7 runs for Spash last night all came with 2 outs. Spash scored 3 runs in the second, 4 runs in the fourth. All 7 of those came with 2 outs. Ball and a strike here to Jaminski. Low and in. 2-1 now to Peyton. Rachel Linsmeyer waiting on deck. The 2-1 here. Popped up, foul up the first base side, and it's even at 2-2. 2 runs across for Wisconsin Rapids and just a single hit. That was the triple by Holberg. They hit that turf and just kept on going. The speed of the turf helps with a speedy player like Sydney Holberg. The deuces are wild here in the bottom of the first. Donoski fires. Fouled it again. Same spot, same result. Whitetail Properties Real Estate is your premier hunting land, farmland, and recreational land broker. If you're looking to buy or sell, Central Wisconsin agents are Brian and Evan Roosh at whitetailproperties.com. Donoski fires again. Bends and kicks. Swung on and missed. And there's Grace's first strikeout of the night. And puts the Red Raiders back to the dugout. But Rapids scores 2 on a hit. They leave none. We've played 1 complete. It's 2-0 Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsDelivered.com. Olivia Peters lead things off here for Hortonville in the top of the second inning. First one from Sophia Nelson bounces in there. Hortonville had 2 runners on with nobody out and unable to bring a run across in that first inning on 3 really nice plays by Annabelle Ross over at third base. The 1-0 can be flown to center. Radke backing up right to Kristen for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 down for Grayson Foytik. First offering to Grayson, hits the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. A ball and a strike here. Or excuse me, no balls and a strike. Ooh, gets the high outside corner, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2 here to Grayson drops low, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a miss. It's fouled into the mitts. There's a Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Sophia Nelson. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. 2 away now. Working on it here for you. Get you that scoreboard back up here. I get spoiled with having Olivia Zimmerman here. Always working on doing the hard stuff. Scoreboard, and we're back at it. Top of the second, 2 outs. There we go. Ground ball over to Holberg at short. Steps in, throws. She's safe at first. Beats it out. Did Anya Smith. That was a tough play in the hole for Sydney Holberg, and Anya Smith beats it out for the first hit of the game for Hortonville. That was a bang-bang play over there. That'll bring up Lainey Schroeder. First offering, high and away for a ball, 1-0. Have Quality Plus Printing designed and print for you. Invitations, tickets, booklets, banners, labels, postcards, programs, and so much more. All done with amazing custom work, quick turnaround time, and awesome customer service. Quality Plus Printing, getting your words out. The 1-0 count. Going to be hit to left. That is hooking. Fair ball down the line. It's going to be cut off out there by Nilitz. And runners at second and third now as Schroeder doubles down the left field line. And now back to the top of the order, and Ivy Schroeder. 2 in scoring position now for the Polar Bears for the top of the order. 2 on now, 2 out. Same situation we were in the first inning. And the first offering. High and away, that one gets away. And Patro quickly got over to it. Anya Smith didn't get a good read on it. No ball, or 1 ball, no strikes. Sophia Nelson comes set. Bounces in there. Patro behind the dish, making another nice stop, 2-0. Ritchie Funeral Home has been serving family after family in Nakusa and Wisconsin Rapids since 1957. Find the very best in personal service at Ritchie Funeral Home or find them online at ritchiefuneralhome.com. The 2-0 offering. High and away. Abby Sapola awaits on deck for the Polar Bears. .3-0 count here. Nelson fires home. There's a strike, and it's 3-1. Got back into the good spot. Nelson fires back the 3-1. Now it's going to be hit right field side. The counter runs full now to the leadoff hitter, Ivy Schroeder. Nilitz in left, Radke in center, and Linsmeyer in right for Wisconsin Rapids. Annabelle Ross at third, Sydney Holberg at short, and Alita Carroll at second, and Peyton Jaminski at first. Layla Patro continuing her catching duties here. And the payoff coming back, 3-2. Hit to right center field. That one's going to tie it up. One will score, and the second will score. And a 2 RBI double for Ivy Schroeder. And the ball game is tied at 2 on the RBI double. And it'll be Brooke Hill coming in to run again for Ivy. I didn't have the scoreboard updated back. Wisconsin Rapids scored 2 in the first. I didn't have it re-updated after I re-inputted it in there. We're tied at 2 now in the second. That one bounces in there. Patro keeping it in front of her. 1-0. Thank you all for tuning in today here on Zaleski Sports. Non-conference softball news, going to be a good one. Hasn't disappointed in an inning and a half so far. Sapola looks at a strike on the outside corner. When plumbing goes wrong, where can you turn? The answer is simply Williams Plumbing and Heating. You can put your trust in Williams Plumbing and Heating in Wisconsin Rapids. A ball on the strike here to Sapola. And way out in front was Abby, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Keep an eye on that Amherst, Wittenberg, Brunwood. Looking at that Amherst, Wittenberg, Brunwood baseball game. It's a big one. And that one gets away from Patro on the wild pitch. And Brooke Hill will reach on the wild pitch. Reach third on the wild pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes now with the runner at third. Here comes Nelson home. Can be hit to right field. Another one will score. Sapola with an RBI base hit. Reached out and popped it into right field. And the Polar Bears with a run across, they now lead 3-2. All done with 2 outs. That'll bring up Bella Donche. She had a sacrifice bunt her last time up. 3-2 Hortonville. Bounces in there for a ball, 1-0. Reached out and popped it into right, did Abby Sapola. And drove in a Brooke Hill, who is the courtesy runner for Ivy Schroeder. There's an outside strike. And now they got her in between first and second. She's going to be safe. It's a ball and a strike here to Donche. Sapola playing with fire out there at first base. Takes a very large secondary lead. A ball and a strike here now to Bella. Leah Hurley awaiting on deck. Nelson fires. Popped foul off the knuckles of Donche, and it's 1-2. Econ Electric is your local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical service provider since 1970. Wisconsin Rapids and surrounding areas have turned to Econ Electric. That's Econ Electric of Wisconsin Rapids. A ball and 2 strikes. Gonna wait back on a nice play over there by Jaminski, backhanded, and ends the second inning. 3 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 left. We played an inning and a half. The new scores: Hortonville 3, Wisconsin Rapids 2. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, Pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
Right fielder Rachel Linsmeyer to lead things off here for Wisconsin Rapids in the home half of the second inning. 3-2 Hortonville after the 3 spot in the top of this inning. First offering misses a bit high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. I mentioned Grace Danoski. I'll get into Grace here in a second after she a bit high and inside. From what I saw, and if you're a Hortonville fan or Hortonville parent, you can correct me, but from what I saw on social media, Grace will be heading to Houston next fall. The Houston Cougars. There's a strike. Again, from what I saw on Instagram, going to Houston, playing some softball for the Cougars. Hey, Grace Danoski. Congratulations to that young lady. 2-1 here to Linsmeyer. A hard drive to right. It's going to get in front of Schroeder. And a leadoff base hit for Rachel Linsmeyer, going Oppo Taco to start the second inning for Wisconsin Rapids. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Rich Top Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Rich Top Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit RichTopExteriors.com. Ellie Rippier now at the plate. Linsmeyer at first. Now it's going to be off the post and right back to Danoski in the circle. Behind the fastball, and it's 0-1. Runner at first is Linsmeyer after leadoff base hit to right field. And the 0-1 offering. A low strike, and it's 0-2. Nolita Carroll awaiting on deck, followed by Layla Patro. And the 0-2. Swung on and missed. There's a strikeout. And there's one away here in the second on the second strikeout from Grace Danoski. That'll bring up Nolita Carroll, the second baseman. There we go. Nolita Carroll with the John Cena music, the heel of the WWE the last couple of months. There's a swing and a miss, or there's a strike in there. No balls and a strike here to Nolita Carroll. Hit over to third. Nice play by Hansen from her knees. Oh, the splits over there at first by Abby Sapola. Oh, my goodness. Web gem there on both ends. The splits there from Abby Sapola to retire Nolita Carroll. What a play. And Layla Patro has to toss over a hand warmer back to Coach Holberg and fell out of her back pocket. Wow, what a play. Layla Patro, the number 9 hitter today for Wisconsin Rapids, with the runner at second and 2 outs. Now it's going to be hit to right, over on it. Schroeder along the foul line and makes the catch to end the second inning. Some great defense in that inning for Hortonville. We've played 2 completes. It's still 3-2 Hortonville. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Josh Sparks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
To the top of the third inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Polar Bears, leading 3-2. Of course, the NFL draft going on last night in Green Bay. 205,000 people made their way to Green Bay last night. One of the coolest things didn't even happen last night. One of the coolest things happened today when Cam Ward from Miami, or from the University of Miami, got introduced in Tennessee. There was a special guest at the press conference, his introductory press conference, Warren Moon, a longtime Houston Oiler, and later, of course, then the Tennessee Titans. But Warren Moon gifted Cam Ward his number 1 jersey. Over to Carroll at second, bobbled, and retiring Leah Hurley for the first out. So pretty cool there on both ends. Cam Ward gets introduced as a Tennessee Titan and longtime Houston Oiler, and in that franchise was Warren Moon gifting him his number 1 jersey. Night 2 about to get underway, I think 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock maybe. And then a whole day of picks tomorrow as well to round it out. A ball and a strike, or ball and no strikes to Grace Tanoski, grounded out to third her last time up. Ropes this one into the left field. And a 1-out base hit for Grace Tanoski. And the third Schroeder will come into run here. Addison will come into run for the pitcher, Grace Tanoski. That'll bring up Olivia Peters. She flew out to center her first time up. That'll bring up, again, Addison Schroeder coming into run for Grace Tanoski. Peters a fly out to center her first time. That's going to be hit into the screen as 0-1 to Peters. Great crowd watching online. Thank you all for making this part of your Friday afternoon. Heading down to the Dells after this. Go hang out with the family for the weekend. Water park down there. Not really sure which one. They just gave me an address and said come here after the game. Popped up in front of the circle to first. Nice job there by Annabelle Ross. Annabelle is playing tremendous. Annabelle Ross has done a tremendous job over at third base tonight. 2 away now for Grayson Foytik. Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. There's a swing and a miss. Big cut there by Grayson. Struck out in the second. Grayson will also be playing college softball next year. She's going to be heading to Parkside. She's going to Parkside. I didn't read the Instagram extremely close, but the 0-1 here to Foytik. Way out in front again. 0-2 to Foytik. Anya Smith on deck. Runner at second and 2 outs here with a 0-2 count. Nelson trying to work out of a 1-out single. Addison Schroeder stands at second. Bounces in there. And Patro able to corral it and let it not go to the backstop. ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. To get more information at ShedsDelivered.com. away. 2-2. Deuces are wild again here in the top of the third inning. And 3 games for you tomorrow on the network. Go through those here in just a moment. The 2-2 offering home. And off of Foytik in the box. Pacelli and Amherst doubleheader tomorrow at Memorial Park in Plover, baseball, and then Marshfield Mosinee at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield tomorrow. The 2-2 here to Foytik. Swung on and missed. And another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Sophia Nelson, and that will end our top of the third inning. We've played 2.5. It is Hortonville 3, Wisconsin Rapids 2. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 due up here for the Red Raiders to lead off the bottom of the third inning, trailing 3-2. Nilitz led the game off with a 4-pitch walk. She came around to score on the triple by Holberg. So it'll be Nilitz, Holberg, and Radke for the Red Raiders here in the third inning. Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with more than 30 flavors of brats, along with chicken, steaks, beef, deli meats, local and seasonal favorites, and more. It's all at Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East of Stevens Point, or in Stevens Point. Nilitz looked at 4 pitches that really weren't that close in her first at-bat. Donowski fires home. And 5 out of the zone for Nilitz to start her evening at the plate. Kylie Hansen over there at third base, jumping around, trying to stay warm here. Going to be knuckled to first and caught by Sapola. And there's one away. Nice play over there again by Abby Sapola. She has played well at first base tonight. Had that tremendous play. Had that tremendous play in the last half inning. Holberg tripled her first time up to right center on a 1-2 pitch. Donowski looks in, bends and fires home. High chopper right back to her in the circle. And a put out there for Grace, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Kristen Radke, who had an RBI ground out in the first inning. That scored Holberg. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. First offering here to Kristen Radke. Donowski takes a long pause there, fouled into the screen. It's 0-1. Hoping to be back with you on Monday, but that is very much in question with the forecasted weather coming. We'll see how all that pans out. Again, stay tuned to Zaleski Sports on Facebook and on ZaleskiSports.com. Oh, got it pulled back there by Schroeder, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here at Radke. Go through our proposed or our Monday schedule. That might happen. The 0-2. He grounded back up the middle. Nice at bat. Nice base hit there by Kristen Radke. And a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. We'll bring up Annabelle Ross. Bonduel is supposed to be at Amherst on Monday. Pacelli at Port Edwards. Wild Rose at Pittsville. Fox Valley Lutheran at Wapaka. Pacelli at Port Edwards in softball and baseball. Spencer at Marathon. Wausau East is at Abbey Colby. Auburndale baseball and softball are scheduled to be at Columbus Catholic. DC Everett is supposed to be at Assumption in girls soccer. There's a low strike to Ross, and it's 0-1. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. 1 on, 2 out. Inside corner for a strike. And it's 0-2. Grounded out to Hurley back in the first inning. Radke at first with 2 outs. Donoski fires. Outside corner and misses. Ball and 2 strikes there. Hortonville's next matchup, they'll be taking on Oshkosh West on Tuesday next week. And misses high for a ball. Evens it up at 2-2. Wisconsin Rapids will take on Spash next Tuesday before heading back to before heading to Wausau East on May 1st. That Spash game, the last conference game. And a late strike 3 called, and that'll end our 3rd inning. No runs on a base hit, 1 left. We've played 3 complete. It is still 3-2 Hortonville. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, we go to the top of the 4th here. It'll be 8-9-1. Anya Smith to lead things off for the Polar Bears. She singled and scored back in the 2nd inning. First offering from Nelson to Anya Smith. She jumped all over the first pitch she saw, squares the bunt, gets it down. Patro to first, and nice play over there at first base by Jaminski. Nice job behind the plate as well by Patro, and there's 1 up and 1 down. That'll bring up the right fielder, Lainey Schroeder. Lainey doubled and scored back in the 2nd. First offering from Lainey Schroeder misses high for a ball, and it's 1-0. Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling. Place your comfort at home as their highest priority. Give them a call or find them online at rapidsheetmetal.com. The 1-0. Foul straight back into the screen. Evens it up at a ball and strike. For all your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing to get you back on the road. That's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service throughout central Wisconsin. The 1-1 here to Lainey Schroeder. Inside corner for a strike. Patro went from the right side to the left side and got the strike call in the inside corner. Ball and 2 strikes here to Laney Schroeder. Nelson kicks and fires. High and away. Evens it up at a ball or 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 here from Nelson. Inside corner and miss. Counter runs full to the number 9 hitter, Laney Schroeder. Fill your home with the best from Home Furniture. They've got locations on Grand Avenue here in Wisconsin Rapids and as well as Post Road in Plover. The payoff coming here. 3-2 pitch. And fouled at the plate off of the foot of Schroeder. Right off the left ankle. Off the front ankle of Schroeder. And it hurts that much worse in the cold. And trying to get that foot loosened up a little bit. Williams Plumbing and Heating is locally owned and operated right here in Wisconsin Rapids for all your plumbing and heating needs. Why look anywhere else? Call Williams Plumbing and Heating or find them online at williamsplumbingwr.com. See if what Coach Garvey has to decide. She'll be all right and get back into the batter's box and she's ready to go. Ivy Schroeder on deck. The catcher had a big hit so far here in this one, or a big hit. I don't know if I said catch or hit. Either way, she's on deck. Laney at the plate. The payoff coming back home. 3-2. Just missed, a bit low. A couple of things voted on by the WIAA today, and the members. We'll go through that here in just a moment. You can find an article at ZaleskiSports.com about probably the biggest issue that was voted on today. The name, image, and likeness. The NIL. That was voted on. Approved by the WIAA members. And there's a lot of things that you still got to read and figure all out, and that will come with the time and the territory. But NIL was approved today. Foul straight back into the screen.
One ball, no strikes, no pitch.
1 ball, no strikes. No pitch. I believe that Laney Schroeder left early. And there's 2 outs now. I think that was the reason for it. That's going to be popped up. Look out back here. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. So NIL was approved today at the WIAA meeting, as well as a very interesting one. The sportsmanship, the spectator sportsmanship bylaw, I guess. Can be hit out of play down the right field line, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you are a spectator, a fan of at an event, and you get removed, ejected from that game as a fan, you have to serve at least a 1-game suspension, I believe it is, and then now, voted on today, you have to take an online class. Outside corner there to Nelson. Again, didn't read too much into all that stuff, but those were 2 big ones: the NIL and the spectator sportsmanship ejection rule. The 2-2, and it's going to be over to first, and going to be out at first base. She tried to check her swing, but it hit her in the hand, and it went right back. A lot of things went on during that half inning. But nonetheless, it's a 1-2-3 inning for Sophia Nelson. We've played 3.5. Halfway through this one in Wisconsin Rapids, We go to the bottom of the fourth, 3-2 Polar Bears. Watch high school softball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
All right, go to the bottom of the fourth inning here in Wisconsin Rapids. It is 3-2 Hortonville. Key Savings Bank is banking made easy, from personal banking and wealth management to mortgages, loans, and business banking. With locations in Wisconsin Rapids and Rome, you'll always have helpful, knowledgeable staff with a smile. Bank local. Key Savings Bank of Wisconsin Rapids. Peyton Jaminski to lead things off. She struck out to end the first inning for the Red Raiders, followed by Rachel Linsmeyer and Ellie Rippier for Wisconsin Rapids. You see the catcher, Ivy Schroeder, still trying to loosen up that wrist after the check swing that ended the top of the fourth. Rapids scored 2 in the first. Hortonville followed it up with 3 in the second. And it's been scoreless since that top of the second inning. Not many base runners either. Not much traffic. Popped up on the infield. Backing up, the shortstop Hurley makes the catch. And there's 1 up and 1 down for Hortonville here in the fourth. That'll bring up Rachel Linsmeyer. She singled to right field her last time up. Nobody on, 1 away here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Benson fires. Going to be right back up the middle. Rachel Linsmeyer 2 for 2 today. That'll bring up Ellie Rippier, struck out in the second. Meta Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at metacustom.com. Runner at first. Sun tries to peek out here in Wisconsin Rapids. There's a strike, and it's 0-1 with Nolita Carroll awaiting on deck. Runner at first, 1 out. The 0-1. High one there, missed. Evens it up, and a ball and a strike. The 1-1 here. Throw down to second, to the second base, second side of the base. Rachel Linsmeyer steals second. With 1 out. 2 balls and a strike here to Ellie Rippier. RBI opportunity now for the designated player today. Going to be hit over to short. Slow roller across the diamond. Ooh, that was a risky player there by Linsmeyer. Hurley could have easily thrown over to third to get the outs, but there's 2 outs now for Nolita Carroll. Carroll grounded out to third her last time up. That was an incredible play by Hansen, and on the backside, Cipolla. And misses away, and it's 1-0. Hortonville trying to tie it up here. They'll have 2, 3, and 4 in the top of the 5th. Donoski trying to keep it at a 1-run lead here for Hortonville. There's a strike. Evens it up at a ball and strike. Whether you're catching a game or gaming with friends, Solaris Fiber Fast Internet gives you the edge. No buffering, no delays. Just smooth, reliable service from a local company you can trust. Get connected today at Solaris.net. The 1-1. Missed a bit outside. Home plate umpire shakes his head and says, nope. Two balls and a strike. Donoski fires to Carroll. Swung on and missed. Behind the fastball as a slapper, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Glad you're joining us here. Ball game just over an hour old. First pitch is at 4:31. We stand at 5:33 right now here in central Wisconsin. The 2-2. Going to be hit to left. Falling fast, and that one falls in front of Anya Smith. And Olita Carroll ties it up on a base hit. And we are tied here in the 4th. More runs with 2 outs. Got to bring up Layla Patro. Flew out to right field her first time up. Linsmeyer started that little rally with a single stolen base. He got to third on a ground out. Got to bring up Layla Patro. Going to be hit to left, falling quickly again, diving to the knees. Anya Smith makes that one to end the 4th inning. Wisconsin Rapids ties it up. We go to the 5th, tied at 3. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Bailey Williams, the new pitcher here for Wisconsin Rapids as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Sophia Nelson went 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Now the lefty Williams will face off with 2, 3, and 4 for Hortonville. Zapola, Donche, and Hurley here in the top of the 5th inning. Like Carrie Van Ert with State Farm, be your go-to for all your insurance needs. Carrie and her staff are always there to help you understand your options and come away with the right coverage for you. That's Carrie Van Ert with State Farm in Wisconsin Rapids. First one from Williams misses inside, and it's 1-0. Goes right to the rosin bag right away. The lefty fires back in there for a strike. The 1-1. Squares the bunt. They're going to say she offered at it, didn't pull it back in time, and it's 1-2. Now Patro out to have a conversation with her catcher or with her pitcher to make sure they're on the same page here. The ball and 2 strikes here to Abby Sapola. The 1-2. Chopper backhanded by Williams. She's out at first. Oh, my. Another bang play at first base, and they're going to say that Abby was retired. And Coach Garvey shakes his head in agreement over there in the first base coach's box. That'll bring up Belladonce. Sacrifice bunt and a ground out. Now it's going to be hits popped up to Holberg at short, and there's 2 away. 2 up and 2 down now for Leah Hurley. Couple of ground outs tonight for Leah. Rapids will have the top of the order in the bottom of the 5th. High and tight there to Hurley, and it's 1-0. Offering, misses the outside corner, and it's 2-0. Grace Donosky waiting on deck. The 2-0. Drops low, 3-0. So bang play at first, then a pop out to short. The 2 quick outs here in the 5th. And now Williams behind 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to Leah Hurley. 1 on, 2 outs for Grace Donosky. Have Taylor Lilly coming in to run for the shortstop. So there's going to be a courtesy runner here for Hortonville with 2 outs. And Grace Donosky, who has grounded out and roped one to left field. Williams, the lefty, back and toes the rubber. First one misses high. 5 in a row out of the zone for Bailey Williams. Goes to the rosin every time, does Williams. Get a better grip on that ball. And misses again. Two balls and no strikes. Williams fires again. Outside corner, gets the strike call. Ski's Meat Market in Stevens Point is the perfect place to find a huge selection of brats, beef, chicken, and more. Get your specialty grocery items, deli meats, and even bring in your wild game. Get all at Ski's Meat Market. That one's away, 3-1. Olivia Peters on deck. They are located on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. 3-1 here to the dangerous Grace Donosky. Going to be hit to right center field. Tracking it. Diving catch is made by Rachel Linsmeyer. Have yourself a day, Rachel Linsmeyer. Holy cow. And that will end our 5th inning. Linsmeyer 2 for 2 from the plate and makes a diving catch to take away a run to end the 5th inning. We've played 4.5. The Web Gems continue. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 3-3. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 for the Red Raiders. Gabby Nilitz to lead things off with a walk and a pop out today for Gabby. See if they can use that momentum, that mojo that Rachel just helped get them back into where they want it to be. Gabby Nilitz at the plate. Officially 0 for 1 here. First offering from Donoski. A long pause and a fire home. And a trifecta there, off the bat, off the catcher, off the umpire, and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike. Looks in and fires home. Going to be popped over to first. To second. Ooh, nice play again as Nilitz belly flops over to first. And there's one away. Nice play by Peters to get over there and cover first base. There's one away now for Sydney Holberg. A triple and a ground out tonight for Sydney. An RBI triple in the first inning. We've seen some really good defense tonight from both sides. The first offering from to Holberg drops low for a ball on this 1-0. Donoski looks in and fires home. We hit right back out the middle, just out of the reach of Hurley, and a one-out base hit. And Holberg, the dangerous base runner, stands at first base with one out for Kristen Radke. Kristen singled her last time up. Investor's Choice is Wisconsin Rapids' choice for financial investments. Understanding markets and helping you keep a well-rounded financial well-being is as simple as visiting Investor's Choice for a conversation. That's Investor's Choice in Wisconsin Rapids. Inside corner missed, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 offering here to Radke. Missed inside, 2-0. Update from Amherst, Wittenberg, Burnhamwood 4, Amherst nothing. The 2-0. Going to be grounded over to second for one. Double play across, not in time. Now it gets past Cipolla, and that will get Radke to second, heading to third, and she will be safe at third. Good hustle there by Kristen Radke. So fielder's choice and a two-bag error there by Hurley. Now Coach Garvey out to have a conversation with the base umpire, but Radke reached on the fielder's choice, and then a error by Hurley from short. And now base umpire going to come and talk to our home plate umpire here with 2 outs. We'll see how that goes here. Annabelle Ross is on deck. And now Coach Holberg and Coach Garvey having a conversation as well. So we'll see what pans out here. You very rarely see that happen as both coaches and both umpires talking to each other. And they're going to say that everything is hunky-dory and safe and ready to go. So 2 outs now for Annabelle Ross. Ground out and a strikeout tonight for Annabelle. Radke stands at third with 2 outs. Janoski looks to her catcher and then looks back to the dugout. A long pause. Bends and fires. Misses away, and it's 1-0. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Hortonville in the top of the 6th. Trying to keep this a tied ball game. Fires home. Missed high. And it's 2-0. Donoski on the 2-0 to Ross. Inside corner for a strike, and it's 2-1. Radke stands at third after she hit a ground ball to second. That retired Holberg at second, then got to third on the error, did Radke. The 2-1. Oh, and that one hits Annabelle Ross on the front hip. And now Ross will make her way to first base. Now there's runners at the corners for Peyton Jaminski. Big spot here again for the freshman. And Coach Garvey out to have another conversation here. Runners at first and third with 2 outs for Jaminski. And now another conversation. Going to see if they think that Jaminski leaned into it, but I don't think that appeal is gonna win. Yeah. Head shaking, and yeah, she's gonna be right there. There's you can appeal, you can argue, but Annabelle Ross took one right off the front hip, and that's not one you lean into, no doubt. All right, here comes Peyton Jaminski. Jaminski with 2 on. See if Ross is off of the pitch here over at first base to get 60 feet closer. Jaminski trying to come through big here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A long pause again by Donoski. Fires home. There goes Ross. Throw it out to second. It's going to be cut off, and a stolen base there for Ross. Strike called to Jaminski. All right, base hit will score 2 here now. Radke at third. Ross at second. 2 outs. And here's the 0-1. Nice stop behind the plate by Schroeder. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Rachel Lindsmeyer, who has been as good as it can be at the plate, sits on deck. Here's the 1-1. Chopped foul back to Lindsmeyer in the on-deck circle. A ball and 2 strikes here to Peyton Jaminski. A strikeout and a pop-out today for Peyton. Donoski fires home. Could be lined into right. One will score. They will send Ross. The throw is going to be cut off by Donoski. And a 2 RBI base hit for Peyton Jaminski. Opposite field there for Jaminski, and the Red Raiders now lead 5-3. More damage with 2 outs for the Red Raiders. And now Rachel Lindsmeyer, who's been on fire today, at the plate and in the field. 5-3 Wisconsin Rapids. And fires home. Misses high for a ball. Lindsmeyer 2 for 2 with a run scored, a stolen base, and a web gem in right field. And the 0-1. Going to be hit to right. Long run, and on the run. The basket catch made by Schroeder to end the 5th inning. But Rapids scores twice on the 2 RBI base hit from Peyton Jaminski. And the new score reads Wisconsin Rapids 5, Hortonville 3. We head to the top of the 6th. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Meta Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meta Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at metacustom.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
All right, we go to the 6th inning. It'll be Peters, Foytick, and Smith for Hortonville, now trailing 5-3. Peters tonight a fly out to center and a sacrifice in her 2 at-bats. Ground ball to Ross. Annabelle again over to first. Annabelle Ross has been outstanding. Rapids defensively outstanding through the first 5+ innings here, and that'll bring up Grayson Foytick. A couple of strikeouts tonight for Grayson. Anya Smith waiting on deck. Missed away, dropped low, and it's 1-0. The lefty fires home and misses high, and it's 2-0. Williams back to the edge of the circle to reapply the rosin and right back at it. The 2-0. We hit to right center field over on it, Linsmeyer, and she's going to make it much more routine play there, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Anya Smith, a single and a run scored and a ground out. A little number in front of home plate in her last at-bat. The first offering. Outside corner, good for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Ball and a strike now to Anya Smith, the left fielder. That's going to be knuckled over to first, and Jaminski a quick 1-2-3 inning for Bailey Williams on the 3 unassisted. We go to the bottom of the 6th, moving right along here in Wisconsin Rapids, 5-3 Red Raiders. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDeliver.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDeliver.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Olivia Peters, the new pitcher for Hortonville. Abby Sapola goes from first to second, possibly. Well, she might still be at first base. Danowski goes 5 innings, gives up 5 runs, 7 hits, and left 4 on base. She struck out 3 and didn't walk any. Walked one. That was the first player of the game. Ellie Rippier to lead things off. It'll be 7, 8, 9 for Wisconsin Rapids here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading 5-3. Olivia pitched last night against Appleton North. It'll be 9-1-2 for Hortonville in the 7th. Going to be hit to center. Long run for Foytik. Miscommunication there by the Polar Bears. And a leadoff base hit for the Red Raiders. Miscommunication there by Schroeder and Foytik. There'll be a Allie Blanchard coming in to run here for Rippier. Sure, I get this on here. There we go. All right, now Nalita Carroll at the plate. Ground out and an RBI single in her 2 at-bats. Olivia Peters in the circle. Trying to keep this deficit at just 2. Offered at the bunt and missed. It's 0-1. Aceville Dairy, nope. Key Savings Bank post-game show will wrap up our broadcast tonight, whenever that may be. Peters, the right-hander, squares the bunt again. Fouled it back to Carroll, and it's 0-2. Peters ahead, 0-2 to Carroll. Fires home. He hit, blooped, foul past third. They'll try it again at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. With nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Rapids trying to get some insurance runs. Outside off the glove of Schroeder. Blanchard will take second on the pass ball. It was right off the top of the mitt. Now runner in scoring position and nobody out for Wisconsin Rapids. Trying to get some of those Kerry Venner insurance runs here. Going to be hit over to third. Gobbled up there by Hansen. They'll retire Carroll, but Blanchard gets to third. Now to bring up Layla Patro. 1 away now for Layla. A couple of flyouts to right fielder in her 2 at-bats. Top of the order due up next, and Gabby Nilitz. Anywhere in the green should score Blanchard. And the first offering home. Drops a little low and away, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. One ball, no strikes, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Non-conference softball in Zaleski Sports tonight. Can be popped up right over the top of the net. Right over the top of the net, and it evens it up at a ball and a strike. Big time insurance run standing at third base for Wisconsin Rapids. Hortonville hasn't scored since the 2nd. They'll have 9-1-2 against Bailey Williams in the top of the 7th. The 1-1 to Patro. Right back up the middle, and now they got her in a pickle. Blanchard to third. And Hansen back to, and now she's in the, and now they're going to try and double her off. Oh, she's safe. safe at second base. The base umpire wasn't watching the play. The home plate umpire saw it. It was safe. We saw it from up here. Blanchard out at in between third and home. Patrick will reach on the fielder's choice and stand at second base with 2 outs. The base umpire wasn't watching the play. The home plate umpire was, and Patro was in there safely at second. I think we go 1, 2, 5, 3, 6 on the putout, I think. Yeah, from up here it looked like she got that right hand in, but luckily the home plate umpire was watching the play. That'll bring up Gabby Nilitz. Now with the runner at second base and 2 outs. A wild one there, Blanchard out on the pickle, allowing Patro. They had her dead red at second base, but didn't get the tag down. Nilitz, a walk and a run scored, popped out to first, and a ground out to first. And Allen misses high and away, 1-0. Peters ready to toe the rubber here. And the 1-0. Away in for a strike. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. One ball and 1 strike. Fires home. High and away. 2 balls and a strike. It'll be Schroeder, Cipolla for the Bears in the top of the 7th. The 2-1. Fouled back into the screen. Evens it up at 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the 6th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-run lead, and a runner at second base. The 2-2 coming back. Ground ball foul up along third, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Peters trying to work out of the 6th inning. The 2-2 coming back. Swung on and missed, and a big strikeout there for Olivia Peters to end the 6th inning. No runs on a hit. The Rapids leaves 1. We go to the 7th. It'll be 9-1-2 coming up for the Polar Bears. We'll be back after this. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life. That's my life story. I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him, and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
All right, here we go. 9-1-2 coming up for Hortonville. It'll be Schroeder, and Cipolla for the Bears. Laney tonight, a double and a walk in her 2 at-bats. And then she was on base from what we could tell. She left the first base early when Ivy was at the plate, and then Ivy grounded out and ended the 4th inning. Hortonville hasn't scored since the 2nd. And Bailey Williams going to try and come in and close the door here. She's worked 2 scoreless innings so far. First one drops low for a ball. Nine, 1 and 2 for the Bears. 5-3 Wisconsin Rapids. Outside for a strike. Going to be hit to right. Linsmeyer tracking it again. Can't make the play. And almost ran in right into the fence over there. But almost another web gem there for Rachel Linsmeyer. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Schroeder. The 1-2. Right back up the middle, off the glove. Tough play. Safe and out at first. Oh, the 1-6-3 play. There's one away. It looked initially that Lainey Schroeder hesitated in the box. Looked initially like Lainey had hesitated in the box because she thought that Williams caught it. And just that one hesitation second cost her a base hit. And that'll bring up Ivy Schroeder. Nonetheless, nice play over there by Sydney Holberg at short. The 1-0. Going to be hit hard off the glove of Ross. And there's the first base runner of the 7th. And a one-out error by Annabelle Ross. No, maybe she didn't hesitate. Yeah, looking back at it, she was going the whole time. That was just a nice play by Sydney Holberg. Abby Spola looks at a strike. A walk, an RBI single, and a ground out in Abby's 3 at-bats. The 1-1 hit hard just out in front. Just out in front, she's behind 0-2. Belladance waiting on deck. Offering home and a big swing and a miss. And there's a Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout, and there's 2 away now for Bailey Williams. That'll bring up Belladance. And they'll have a courtesy runner, no number. Can't see a number out there, but I'm assuming, let's call her Brooke Hill out there. Don't have a number. We'll just assume that it's Brooke Hill out there at first base. Williams an out away from Rapids getting a big non-conference win. And that one is off the glove of Patrow. And the runner will head over to second base with 2 outs. Oh, 2 outs. There we go. The 1-0. Outside for, just missed, 2-0. Runner at second, 2 outs, 2-0 count here to Belladance. Same spot, same result, 3-0. Leah Hurley waiting on deck. 3-0 count here to the number 3 hitter, Belladonce. And a 4-pitch walk. Now there's runners at first and second with 2 outs for Leah Hurley. Couple of ground outs and a walk tonight for Leah, the shortstop. It's been that type of game. A little bit of everything. Now it's going to be hit to left. Over on it is Nilitz, and that'll do it. And Wisconsin Rapids comes away with a huge non-conference win tonight over the Hortonville Polar Bears. The final score of 5-3. We'll take a quick break, come back with your Key Savings Bank post-game show after this. You've been watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
We have something that we're trying to create at Key Savings Bank called Outward Energy. We don't just want to have the doors open, our members walk through. We want to be where they are. We go to meet them, we participate in their events. We think that's vitally important for us to show that Key Savings Bank is a part of the communities that we're in.
We received a very positive reaction from our community. On average, we had 250 to 300 kids alone that entered our building for the Halloween party. That didn't include the adults, grandparents, parents that brought the children. It's wonderful to be out in our community grocery shopping with my Key Savings Bank apparel, and families walk up to me and say, "Hey, I attended your Halloween party."
So about a month ago, I was approached by Sheriff Becker of Wood County Sheriff's Department, and he asked me if we'd want to participate in the Back the Badge bench press meet. So Key Savings Bank sponsored, had a $500 sponsorship to that, and I myself participated in that. And it was a really great experience. There was about 40 different people that participated throughout Wood County and actually the state. So with the Sheriff's Department obviously doing so much for us and throughout the community, it was just our way of giving back.
And now when I tell my friends and family what I'm doing or what I do every day or what involvements I'm doing, like, "Oh, that's the bank that offered the Halloween party. That's the bank that does the Christmas party. That's the bank that sponsors these golf events." So our awareness alone has just become amazing in the last year.
Key Savings Bank participates in a lot of these events. We love to do it. We love to know the community and the other businesses within the community. It's rewarding to see smiling faces. The kids event, when we bring them pizza, there's not just one winner, there's multiple winners. Cheese pizza is one of the coolest things that these kids love. And just seeing the smiling faces is outstanding. Probably the funnest event that we do is what you see behind me here is our coloring contest for the local kids. It's a fun event. We do a lot of fun stuff with it on our Facebook page. The voting goes nuts because it's the community that votes for it. And at the end, there's a lot of participation. So that's the best event tonight.
We had Thursday grill outs. We did that. We were raising money for the Rome Canine Division. We set up in mid-June to have grill outs each and every Thursday all the way through till the middle of August.
Numerous amount of golf outings where we raise money specifically for that event through our whole sponsorships and games that we play.
My employees right now are all very active in participating in literally hundreds of events over the last 2 years that make Key Savings Bank a part of this community. We think that's very important.
All right, welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Time now for your Key Savings Bank postgame show. Wisconsin Rapids 5, Hortonville 3 here tonight. Non-conference softball. The story of the game, defense for both sides, outstanding. Pitching between Sophia Nelson and Bailey Williams, only giving up those 3 runs to a very good offensive team in Hortonville and Rapids. Clutch hits. Peyton Jaminski and crew here for the Red Raiders to pick up a 5-3 win here tonight. We'll be back with you next week. We got 3 games, or still got 1 big game tonight up in Wausau. Pacelli Mosinee softball, 7 o'clock first pitch at Athletic Park. 3 games tomorrow. Pacelli and Amherst baseball doubleheader. Mosinee Marshfield baseball on Zaleski Sports. Again, Monday is up in the air. From what is forecasted, could be very serious and severe weather throughout the state of Wisconsin. So stay tuned to Zaleski Sports for game updates, and as well, stay tuned to your news stations for any severe weather updates as well. This is Steve Mave signing off from Wisconsin Rapids. Final score, Wisconsin Rapids 5, Hortonville 3. Have a great night, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you again next week right here on Zaleski Sports.